Hello guys! Welcome back to Unit 8 from Grade Time 5. I'm Rafael and this is the last video of Unit 8. And for this video, we're gonna have some fun practicing pronunciation, okay? So, come with me. Now, for those of you who have their books with them at home, we're working on page 121 over here, okay? And we're taking a look at this part here related to Unit 8. And this part is about the weak forms with the past modals. And then you might be thinking, Rafael, what are the past modals? That's a good question, because remember that in this unit we have been talking about conditionals, right? And especially when it comes to the third conditional and also to the mixed conditional, the new topic that we worked on the last video, we have something very specific when people are speaking. Because in the third conditional and also in the mixed conditional, we have that part where we need to connect the modal verb would, could, or should, for example, with the auxiliary verb have, so that we can construct sentences like, I could have done something if she had told me what to do, or I should have gone to the dentist if I knew it was going to be so painful, for example. Right? But remember that when we're speaking, it's very common to make contractions. We do that in Portuguese, right? We say né, for example, which is a contraction of não é. So, né. We do that, right? So, in English, it wouldn't be that different. But now, what I want you to do, I basically just want you to read along this conversation here, so between Kim and Nelly, right? And pay attention to these blue parts and subscribed parts as well, okay? So let's listen and read along. Let's do this.
Oh no, I forgot Mom's birthday. I would have remembered if I didn't have all these exams.
Really, Kim? You could have written it on your calendar.
I could have done many things, Nellie, but that's not the point.
You should have asked your dad to remind you. What are you going to do?
All right, so here you could see that we have 4 past modal contractions, right? So for now, I want you to do something more. We are going to listen to the same conversation once again, but at this time, I want to challenge you. I want you to try to decide that from these 4 blue parts in the conversation that you can see over here, so we have would and have contracted, could and have, could have, and should and have, okay? But by listening to the conversation now, I want you to decide which one or which ones of them you really can listen to the sound v in the end of the contraction, right? So, is it in would have in the first part? Can you listen to the v very clearly? Which one of them? Okay, so you have 4 options here, and I want you to try to decide. To do that, we're going to listen once more. Okay, let's do this.
Oh no, I forgot Mom's birthday. I would have remembered if I didn't have all these exams.
Really, Kim? You could have written it on your calendar.
I could have done many things, Nellie, but that's not the point.
You should have asked your dad to remind you. What are you going to do?
Quite challenging, isn't it? So, could you decide which one of them or which ones of them you really can listen to the v part? Is it in the first blue part, the second, the third, the last one? Good question. But the answer is the last one. just the last one, okay? And then you might be asking, all right, Rafael, but how? How can I know that in the last form I have to produce or make a v sound, a very clear v sound for this contraction? The answer is fairly simple, right? Because I'm going to take a closer look here, just zooming in, right? Take a look here. We have this contraction, would and have, and you have the word remembered, right? Here you have could and have and the word written. Could and have and the word done. And the last one you have should and have, but then you have the word asked. What do these three words here have in common that this one is different? Can you tell me? Tick tock, tick tock. Well, if you couldn't decide this before, the answer is because of the sound for these three words here, remembered, written, and done. The first sound is a consonant sound. It's not a vowel, right? But in the last one, we have a vowel. We have the sound asked, right? So that's why in the first one, we say, I would have remembered. I would have remembered. You cannot make the v, I would have remembered. It's just too difficult, and it doesn't even sound like natural, right? I would have remembered if I didn't have all these exams. Really, Kim? You could have written. You could have written. It's almost that you stop pronouncing to start the next word. But look at the last one. We can make a connection in the sound because we can do, you should have asked. You should have asked, right? So you have the should have asked. It's easier to connect a consonant sound to a vowel sound. The two consonant sounds, they usually clash. It's difficult for us to produce this sound over here, okay? So, again, the answer and the reason why we can only listen and produce the v sound very clearly is in the last one here, should have asked, because asked starts with a vowel sound. And these other ones here, they start with consonant sounds. Okay? So now it's your turn to listen, repeat, and keep practicing this pronunciation hint. Okay? I am going to play the audio once more so that you can listen and try to reproduce the same sounds if you want to. Okay? So, let's listen the last time now.
Oh no, I forgot Mom's birthday. I would have remembered if I didn't have all these exams.
Really, Kim? You could have written it on your calendar.
I could have done many things, Nellie, but that's not the point.
You should have asked your dad to remind you. What are you going to do?
All right, guys. I hope you could see the difference now, and I do hope that you keep practicing these sounds, because by practicing sounds, your listening skills, they get much better, and of course, your speaking skills also get much, much better, okay? If you want to practice a little bit more and even have some fun, especially with your parents, I can recommend a song that you can look up on YouTube and play and try to have some fun with the sounds, okay? The name of the song is called It Must Have Been Love. If you play that song to your parents, they will definitely recognize the song. All right? So, thank you very, very much for being with me here on Unit 8, and can't wait to see you on Unit 9. Have a great, great study ahead. All right? Bye!